Well, Coach, being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, 30 base.
It's going to be a long day.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Set, 70, Indy.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
5.
That's the rookie with the catch, A.J. Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Running jet sweep here, Humphreys. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. It's caught. Humphreys. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On second and goal, Tannehill. And that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans. Delaney Walker. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Succop. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Set, ready, 54, touchdown, 54. Don't take, check right, 54.
Brissett to throw on first. Rodgers brings it in. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
A gain of 14.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On second down now, it's Mack, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Third down.
Set, cut, 56 yards, 54 miles. All day, dog. Mike's 54, they got 54.
Out of the gun, Brissett. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Topper!
Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, at these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here we go, set, 30 base. Ricky. Hey, Foxtrot.
Let's go. Hey, we got it.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look?
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
The Titans 35-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man Hilton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Mack, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Throwing, Brissett. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start this.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Tannehill. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go. Snap.
Here's Tannehill. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You ready? Like
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
53's the Mike. 53. Check. Orbit.
I got you, Pop. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And Walker has it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Tannehill now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. To the air again, Tannehill. He gets it to Humphries. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Hey. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill completes it to Davis. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now Lewis here on 1st down. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
X3, 218, chop it. Get it.
To throw is Tannehill. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Tannehill now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
49, check 49, check. Protein spill. Deep grip.
They'll run it again with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
at their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Mack. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now on 2nd and 13, Tannehill. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a quick throw out wide to Humphries. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 44, Tannehill. Got him in, it's Brown. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 18. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Tannehill in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Henry. And they'll get him down right around the 16. It was Justin Houston who got him down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Ready. 58 to Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Jabal Sheard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. Man, pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
Running jet sweep here, Humphreys. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Titans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
58's the mark.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he locates Walker, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 19. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
We play to win. Let's go.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Succop. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
The Colts take over
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Brissett now. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Cameron Wake able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
54, right there. 54.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and